Lester Holt asked Michael Cohen. I think it's a very legitimate question because there's a lot of people out there that might say Michael Cohen, he doesn't have any credibility. With all the problems that Michael Cohen has had, right? He just went to jail. I doubt that the last thing he would want to do is lie about Donald Trump because he probably is hurting financially right now. Even though he made money from this book and he wants to make more money from this book, I get that. He doesn't want a defamation lawsuit. He doesn't want to say things that are not true. So Lester Holt asked him, why should people believe you? Here's his response.
Yes, I've made my mistakes and I have owned them publicly. And I cannot make anybody believe me. All I can do is to make amends with my family and with the country and to tell the truth.
So, JD, do you buy that? Do you? I do. I do.
Of course you do, Brian.
Well, he spoke in front of Congress under oath.
Because he's saying negative things about Donald Trump. So obviously you're going to buy that.
There's a lot of people that
tend to buy the things that people say that are negative about Donald Trump.
Okay, so here's why I disagree with what you just said.
Well, you do.
I don't. Well, no, you're wrong.
I mean, you bought the entire Atlantic story.
Okay, that's a completely different story.
Yeah, exactly. It's
you're
a
making
different story, but it's again.
Okay, but there's background.
It's something negative said about Donald Trump.
So here's
in this case, it's a proven liar, a convicted felon, and a fraudster.
Okay,
who is saying these things? But since he's saying, despite the fact that clearly he has some very deep character flaws, that because he's saying these negative things about Donald Trump, you want to believe them. And I'm not saying that you shouldn't believe them, but do I believe them? No.
Okay, so let me interject, if I may. He was Trump's attorney for over 10 years.
He was.
Okay. Donald Trump only a few years ago said what a great man Michael Cohen was, what a great attorney and what a great man. And by the way, if you're supporting Donald Trump, you're the last person that should be talking about character because you support a man with no character.
And I disagree.
Okay. Well, you're right. Donald Trump has wonderful character. But anyway, what you just said was incorrect. There are people out there that say a lot of negative things about Donald Trump who I don't want to hear and I don't want to believe. For example, Al Sharpton, Jesse Jackson, in my opinion, two people with zero credibility that are race baiters. There are people out there that I don't want to hear talk about Donald Trump. You know, guys like Marco Rubio. Guys like Ted Cruz, how about guys like Lindsey Graham? I just gave you a bunch of examples. Lindsey Graham said that Donald Trump wasn't fit to be president. Okay, Ted Cruz said that he had no moral compass. Marco Rubio made similar comments. And the only reason why they're saying nice things about Donald Trump now is because they're brown nosers.
No, it's because they've seen what he can do in office and how he's operated. They said these things prior to him being president of the United States.
Okay,
Brian.
so first of all,
I believe Lindsey Graham said that shortly after he announced his bid for the presidency.
Okay, so first of all, they're talking about his moral compass. That's what they were talking about. They weren't talking about his policymaking, and I happen to agree with what they said back then. It's because politicians are phony. Notice how I didn't say Republicans are phony. I said politicians are phony. They will say and do whatever they need to do to maintain their power. That's exactly what Ted Cruz and Marco Rubio are doing. But with that being said, the reason why I'm bringing them up is you just said, well, you agree with everybody, Brian, that says negative things about Donald Trump. I just told you that that is not true, and I just gave you a list of Democrats and Republicans as examples of people. But let's move on.
Well, maybe you should believe Sharpton because Cohen calls Trump a racist as well here, says he has a low opinion of black people.
We're going to get to that.